Lappin and Lapinova by Virginia Woolf. They were married. The wedding march pealed out. The pigeons fluttered. Small boys in Eton jackets threw rice. A fox terrier sauntered across the path, and Ernest Thornburn led his bride to the car through that small inquisitive crowd of complete strangers which always collects in London to enjoy other people's happiness or unhappiness. Certainly he looked handsome, and she looked shy. More rice was thrown, and the car moved off. That was on Tuesday. Now it was Saturday. Rosalind had still to get used to the fact that she was now Mrs. Ernest Thornburn. Perhaps she never could get used to the fact that she was Mrs. Ernest anybody, she thought, as she sat in the bow window of the hotel, looking over the lake to the mountains, and waited for her husband to come down to breakfast. Ernest was a difficult name to get used to. It was not the name she would have chosen. She would have preferred Timothy, Anthony, or Peter. He did not look like Ernest either. The name suggested the Albert Memorial, mahogany sideboards, steel engravings of the Prince Consort with his family, her mother-in-law's dining room in Porchester Terrace, in short. But here he was. Thank goodness he did not look like Ernest, no. But what did he look like? She glanced at him sideways. Well, when he was eating toast, he looked like a rabbit. Not that anyone else would have seen a likeness to a creature so diminutive and timid in his spruce, muscular young man, with a straight nose, the blue eyes, and a very firm mouth. But that made it all the more amusing. His nose twitched very slightly when he ate. So did her pet rabbits. She kept watching his nose twitch. And then she had to explain, when he caught her looking at him, why she laughed. "It's because you are like a rabbit, Ernest," she said. "Like a wild rabbit," she added, looking at him. "A hunting rabbit, a king rabbit, a rabbit that makes laws for all the other rabbits." Ernest had no objection to being that kind of rabbit, and since it amused her to see him twitch his nose, he had never known that his nose twitched. He twitched it on purpose. And she laughed, and he laughed too, so that the maiden ladies and the fishing man and the Swiss waiter in his greasy black jacket all guessed right. They were very happy. But how long does such happiness last? They asked themselves, and each answered according to his own circumstances.